There's a mini in that stall. Hello and thanks for tuning in. Something that I wanted to do for a long time is a series of videos of Meet My Horses. And so this is the very first video in that series, and I'm gonna go through all of my horses and maybe even all of the horses at my barn and introduce you to everybody. So every video is going to be about a different horse, and I'm not going to have any specific order. It's going to be whoever is closest the day that I feel like filming. So here's the first one. Today's video is about Dude. And Dude is spicy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here, I'll keep the camera on him, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him. In the background, you're gonna hear Dude's friend, Stormy. Stormy's not mine, she belongs to one of my boarders. But Dude and Stormy, Dude and Stormy are separated from their herd right now. Because I'm just gonna laugh the whole time. He's like a marshmallow with legs. All right, Dude and Stormy are separated from their herd of minis, and then there's two big horses with them. Now, the one big horse has glaucoma, and she's adjusting to her goggles that she has to wear, and Stormy and Dude are being mean to her. So I'm letting her get adjusted to the other horses first, and then Stormy and Dude will be introduced later. All right, so Dude is nice and spicy because he's been hanging out in a stall, but you're gonna hear his little friend hollering a whole bunch because she's so fast. Seriously, I'm just gonna sit here and laugh the whole time. Oh, and I cannot remember I cannot remember what his registered name is, but he's a registered American miniature horse, and it's, oh jeez. But anyway, Dude's registered name is, it's something wackadoodle, which just cracks me right up. So that's why his name is Dude. So I call him Doodle sometimes. I call him wackadoodle. It just kind of, he's got some other names of choice words that I call him, depending on the day. For the most part, he's a good boy. And he's so overweight right now. Super, super overweight. I got Dude, I want to say late summer. He came to my barn. I have him and his harness and his cart. He drives. He rides, kinda, and he drives, kinda. So his driving is pretty decent. My goodness. He was trained by the Amish to drive, and he's also had some show training. Driving wise, I have had a few situations with him in the cart where he's taken off bucking. So there's that. So I'm working on those things. I think I found what his triggers are. I thought the first time it happened, I thought for sure he got stung by a bee. I could be wrong after seeing him react now just recently to something. I could totally be wrong about that. But either way, I just kind of went back to square one and started working him the way that I would train a driving horse. So we've just gone through and trying to find some holes in his training. And my plan for him is I would love to use him for riding. So my son took him out on his first trail ride. I do have a short that I posted about that. And he took him out on a trail ride, and he did great. He was trotting and cantering and had a good time. And then the second time we went to take him on a trail ride, he dumped him off in the yard before we even started, and then broke something on the saddle, so he couldn't go. But he's been ridden bareback a little bit. He has a little issue with bucking both in the cart and under saddle. So we're working on those problems. And he is relatively young, hasn't had a ton of training for that kind of stuff. So no problem. Dude's a relatively large mini. I don't remember how tall he is. Sorry guys, I don't have all my facts straight. But he's a relatively large mini, and so he pairs up really well with a little guy that I've got that's a Shetland, actually. So they're cute as can be driving together. I do have a couple of shorts on them too. And that's my plan, is to be able to drive them as a team, and I want to be able to ski-jure with this guy. So that's something that we started last year, and I want to be able to do more with him. So I want him to be able to pull a dog sled, a drag, ski-jure with him, and I want to be able to drive him in a team and single in a cart. So that's my plan for Dude, and of course riding. So my son, he said he wants to do some of Dude's training, so that's perfect because he fits on him so well. I'll turn his little friend out here too, just so everybody can see. All right, here's the little one that's so noisy. This is Stormy. She's a pretty small mini. Hey, Dude. Hi, cutie. See, he is just so friendly. He loves to visit. He's very friendly. He likes attention. So we've started doing some introduction to horses lessons, and Dude has been really great for those because the kids can lead him around, and he's pretty darn good for all that stuff. And he loves to be brushed, so it's really good for little kids to learn how to groom with him. And he's young, so the older he gets, the better he'll get. You know, it takes a long time for them to become lesson horses. And I like driving a lot, and I want to be able to Stormy. I want to be able to teach driving, and so he'll be a really good one for that eventually. Oh my goodness. Nothing like smushing your face into the dirt and just falling over. I can't really say I've watched Stormy roll before. Every horse has their own rolling style, but she has a very unique one. She goes down on her neck like that. That's funny. Ouch. Ready, here goes the ball. I thought for sure he was going to kick it or something. Oh, ouch. Stormy, you're so mean. They're so fast. Slow down, guys. You're gonna have little mini heart attacks. And it's so warm right now. It is December 24th, and it is, gosh, it's 40 some degrees. Not typical weather for us. We should have a couple feet of snow at least and be like 20 degrees. We are having a good time. So needless to say, everything is mud outside right now, so these guys can't really run around like they'd want to, or get any exercise for that matter, because it's just gross. That's nice that Stormy just turned them around to go the other direction. I'm just standing in the middle of the arena. I'm not asking them to do anything. They're just going. Chill out, dude. Literally. There, Stormy just stopped again. Dude, what's the matter? Oh my goodness. Listen to you. Listen to you. And if you're wondering why his tail is short, every fall, as soon as like we get a little bit of mud, I cut their tails off, and I usually take them up between the fetlock and the hock. And in the spring, they grow back so nice. But I do that because their tails work kind of like a wick, and it just sucks all that disgusting mud up. And then it freezes, and they end up with mud balls in the bottom of their tails. And then it gets tangled up, and it's just really uncomfortable for them. So I always take up their tails, and it makes it a lot easier for driving as far as the minis go. That's why his tail's a little shorter. And of course, the other one's not mine, so I don't cut tails if they're not mine. Good little puffy, you didn't have to run that fast. Why were you going so fast? You're not in shape. You're not fit. I think you overdid it. So now he has to stay in the arena and cool off. This little guy's personality is what I'm drawn to, because he just wants to be with people. He's very sweet. And all the other little training things, I can fix any of that. But you can't fix their personality. They are who they are. And he just really likes to be with people. So I think that'll be really great for kids. And I think it's going to make him a really good little partner. And he'll always be happy to go to work because he likes to do stuff. Now, dude gets really frisky, as you saw. You know, he gets super frisky, but that's all just, he just has a lot of energy and he needs work. So with regular work, horses like this, they thrive. They like to have stuff to do, and it's important that you give them things to do. And if you don't give them things to do, that's when they get titled like being naughty, or you know, just they start to find their own stuff to do. So they'll get into trouble. And he's one of those kind of curious little guys anyway, so he'll find his own stuff to do if you don't give him a job. So a horse like this really enjoys doing stuff like pulling a cart or going through obstacle courses and, you know, going on trail rides. He likes to have things like that to do, don't you? Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I was able to introduce you to Dude. I hope you enjoyed learning about him. And they're just, minis are comedians. They're so funny. They need jobs just like horses do, like big horses. They do. And if you give them a job, let them burn off all that extra energy. Thanks for fogging up my glasses. If you let them burn off that extra energy that they get, it's no different than little dogs. Little dogs, they just need good training. Little horses, ponies, they need good training, just like the big horses do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, I hope you enjoyed the first video in my Meet My Horses series. And again, make sure that you leave me questions about him because it's kind of hard. I don't really know what to say about him. So I'm gonna rely on you guys to ask me questions about the horses to make sure that I give you all the information that you're looking for. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.